Well, it is 5:30 in the morning. I'm about to get on with my day, but I thought I'd make this video because something very interesting happened in the early hours of this morning or last night, whenever this decided to leak, and this is to do with the Sea Devils being redesigned for the Doctor Who spin-off, The War Between Land and Sea. And I want to talk about this because it certainly caused a stir in the fandom. I've also seen the leak. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to put it in the video or not, depends. So if you do see it, it will be on screen now. If not, then yeah, you're probably going to see it on Twitter or Instagram or something. But, oh god, it's... yeah, the Sea Devils have actually been redesigned. So that video I made the other day where I was looking at a Twitter post from Doctor Who Film Locations, who had basically had knowledge of, you know, the redesign happening. He's been to a lot of filming stuff anyway for Doctor Who and this spin-off as well. And, oh, yeah, yeah, the redesign did leak last night. It's a very blurry, well, not blurry because you still make out the image, very, very pixelated, but yeah, you can still see what the actual image was, and this is apparently what the new Sea Devil is going to be. So it is very humanoid. Again, if I haven't actually posted the image or not, yeah, you know, that will probably be a bit of a weird description, so I am going to like describe as much as I can just in case. But yeah, so it is a very humanoid version of the Sea Devils, like the classic one that we've seen, obviously the classic series, and in the Legend of the Sea Devils, which was only 2 years ago. It was the Easter 2022 special, so that's still fresh in my mind and probably in quite a few people's minds. But yeah, that design is not being used whatsoever. This is completely new. I'm guessing for the cast that they've obviously cast as the Sea Devils, it's to make sure that they're, you know, visible. And yeah, I think it's probably done to show that there's, you know, not much difference between the human race and the Sea Devils, which I can see from a certain perspective, especially for, you know, the plot line and the synopsis that's been revealed so far, you know, because it's meant to be a war against the humans and the Sea Devils, and obviously the Sea Devils were originally from Earth, yada yada. We know that, and the whole war with the Silurians and yada yada, yeah, we know this, but it kind of mimics, speaking of the Silurians, it kind of mimics the redesign that they had in Series 5. And that was well received, to be fair. And in show, it was explained that the redesigned Silurians were basically cousins to the classic Silurians. So it did kind of make sense from a lore perspective. And it could easily work here. And I'm not going to say straight up, oh my god, it's awful, oh, the show's doomed. Yeah, I'm not going to be going from that perspective. But at the same time, it is a bit of a weird redesign from my initial reaction, and this is what this is. So, yeah, it's caused a little bit, excuse me, of a stir online, because quite a few people have seen the redesign, and they're not happy with it. Like, there's so many tweets on Twitter where people are like, oh my god, what is this? And I do feel like, from my perspective anyway, that a redesign literally only after a couple of years of the Sea Devils previously being on screen, and hey, it will be 3 to 4 years, you know, when the show eventually airs, because obviously 2022, and if this airs in 2025 and 2026, 3 to 4 years since that originally aired. So the design that you know was previously used will still be fresh in people's minds, and the fact that it's just been changed already is an interesting choice. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going down there, but yeah, it certainly caused a stir online. Quite a few people that I've seen aren't really happy with it, but we're yet to see this design in action. I wonder if the BBC are actually going to officially announce the new design of the Sea Devils, considering this is leaked. Who knows? But it will be interesting to see how they actually work on screen and why it's explained they look different. I'm guessing it'll be a similar thing with the Silurians in Series 5. But yeah, Doctor Who, man, it's just one of those shows, isn't it? You know, there's always something that's a weird decision. But I've seen a few comments as well. Sorry, before I wrap this up, I've seen a few comments as well with people comparing it to the redesign of Sutek, which obviously, yeah, wasn't the best redesign. I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't mind it, but I still preferred the classic design definitely a million times over. So hopefully when it comes to the Daleks and Cybermen, that Russell doesn't screw up there, but we'll have to wait and see. But that being said, thank you so much for tuning into the video. If you aren't new around here, please click that like button and subscribe for more nerdy content. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for all the support. Take care. Love you all. And